palette and get busy. Colors. Basically our own colors we've been using before. Nothing too crazy there. Just our got titanium white out, cad yellow light. There is some cad medium out too. Here I have some cad medium, cad light, yellow medium, and that's just from another painting that was just called for. Cad red light. This is cad red medium. I'm gonna cheat if I have to. Yeah. If you don't have medium, don't worry about it. Well, I'll show you. We can mix it in a second. You don't even need it. You can just use a alizarin and mix it. Cad orange. Then we have some ochre. I do have some of this kind of this is an orange ochre. That's a regular ochre. That's an orange ochre. They gave me, I don't know why. Oxide red light. Alizarin. Phthalo green. No, cobalt blue hue. Oh boy. Phthalo green. And I have burnt sienna out tonight. I could not find any my transparent oxide, so I just went with burnt sienna, and that was all I had left, my burnt sienna. So after that, now we're in trouble. All right, brushes, of course, be using some big brushes, be using some nice synthetics. A lot of good synthetics would be really good on this one today. Good size, different ones. Sometimes these are going to need some ones that are going to have to get in there. Some bristle brushes, definitely some bristle brushes. Like I said, if you had a filbert, any filberts, I don't have little filberts. Well, this is what a filbert is. If you look at it, you can see how round it's just nipped at the corners, and then it's just a little thinner and stuff. That's what I was saying. Hey, maybe we use that for the melons and stuff. Be able to get everything in simple stroke. Now here's bristle filbert, which will work. Okay. So those are some of the things I'll be using. My basic brushes. Of course, I'll be using this. I'll be able to use this. So it's going to make some nice straight lines. But sometimes they just get a little bit bigger. So I got a little bit, some other little tools. These are I paint little putty knives, plastic ones, cheap. I got them for $1 at the dollar store. This one, big one, I figured maybe it could help on the umbrellas. This one here, I help because it's going to probably help do the tables. This guy probably in some of the smaller areas, maybe. And I also have this guy, but I also have this one. This is a paint. This is a squeegee, window squeegee, but it has this has that silicone thing here. So if I can't, this one doesn't work, I'll be able to do. I know I can get it with this. I know this works really good for that. So one of these guys, something will work. I know it's going to work. So we'll put these guys over here. I don't need to see them anymore. This by far is, I don't know, my printer is printing out pretty dead. These reds and yellows aren't even close to what's out there. You guys know what it looks like. So, but we'll be mixing up these colors. Let's go for the darks first. We're going to work for a lot of these things. I'm going to just pull together like these darks behind him and anything in the window, kind of pretty much this whole area behind him is going to be pretty much the same color. I'm going to put it in and try to use it. Just be using the tone of the canvas. Maybe I'll probably hopefully get a little bit lighter versions of them, of the colors, and so it'll look like I did a lot. And you and I know we didn't do much, which is the way I like to work. I don't want to do much. But speaking of that, let's get busy. So we're gonna need some warm colors first. We're gonna need some really dark colors. So we'll start off with blue. We're gonna start off with blue. I'm gonna go blue and I'm gonna go cad red. Cad red light. Definitely a warm one. And then a blue one. Why did I go with red instead of green? I don't know. I just felt like being different. You guys are all saying I'm using my same palette for every painting, so I'm gonna push this one a little bit different. Also going to use blue and alizarin. These are some of my very darkest colors I can make. And sometimes those will be good enough to do this van back in here. I'm thinking about. I want to be on the red. Storm was on the red side, so I was thinking maybe this will be the color to do it. But it looks a little cool. That's why I was going. I might try that one. Okay. Now, for everything else. Okay, blue. I'm gonna go blue, and you have burnt sienna and blue, or if you have transparent oxide, there you go too. So one on the red side, which is the burnt sienna side, one on the dark blue side, so just a little bit less than that. This might even be, it could go. That was a little bit bluer. You might be able to do it with burnt siennas and stuff, but who knows? And let's do some ochre and blue. One's just going to be a little bit on the blue side. These are more ochre. So this is just a little bit of blue added into it. I was looking like for maybe this green back in here. I was hoping to get it out of there. You can see just a little bit more blue into it. Maybe just a touch white. And then this one, just a little bit of oak blue in or based on using the green I just made and tainting up the ochre. I'm going for this stuff up here. I think I can hit this with white and get a lot of that stuff. Okay, so this is gonna be the main part of the painting. So let's split these guys up a little bit. Let me see what we're gonna end up doing with them. Midtones are probably on this one. If I go right in here, it's going to be around a 7s. So I'm going to look for take these guys down to about a 7. I'm only doing a small painting. I'm doing a 12 by 16. 12 by 16. I kind of like doing 12 by 16s on complicated paintings because it keeps me from overworking it, because it's very easy to have a lot of room in a painting and just kind of keep going with it when you don't need to. This pile went away. There's nothing left of this pile up here. So I'm going to add just enough white to make my midtones. Some midtones. Hopefully this color here, I was hoping was going to end up being some shadow colors. It's a sunny day, so that means everything should be cool in the shadows. I think I'm going to find that I'm right in between the shadow color with these two. I got the blue one and I got a red one. And I'm thinking these two combined is really going to be a lot closer to what I need here. But so I'm just going to just keep a piece of these guys together. I think I can get away with that. Don't tell anybody. Okay. And then these guys, I don't really know if these guys are going to come into play anywhere, but sometimes in metal, sometimes you get some cool spots. And so that's what I'm thinking. I wasn't using this color for anything more than some dark. So I can get some other benefits out of it, and shadows or pop some things, because it's always nice to have a cool color somewhere. Okay. Now these are just a little bit of white in these guys. This is a burnt sienna and white and blue. This is the blue side. You can start to see it in some of these darks, mid-tones, it starts to come through. This is the real red side of it. You start to see him come out. He could come out of it. You got a few spots you can start to see where it can go in here. Wipe that off. These guys aren't going to need much white at all because they're pretty much there. But you can help them in some fruits. You can get into some things. You might be able to get it up in here. Yellow side. This is what I was thinking was going to do a lot of in here. Be able to do a lot of these guys, the crates and stuff with this color. And then this one is I'm going to put just a little bit more ochre in it, just so this one's just more ochre than anything else in white. Don't need that much. Too much there, but it comes down in here. It almost gets to where I want. It does what I want. It almost needs to go a little bit lighter, but I'm going to keep it there. I got some white here, just white by itself for that table. That's really close. Okay, so that's about it. Now we just need some reds, because we're going to be able to find his shirt out of this color, probably. So we're going to have to take these colors up a little bit more, especially these two colors, because these guys are going to end up being the street. So, but let's get some reds out. Cab red, light. We might end up using this almost pure, but I'm going to put two pieces of this out. And one I'm just going to put a little bit more alizarin in. A little bit more. So it's about half and half mix. See how rich that is? That's not even there. Let's say this is still too light. So I'm going to have to go a little bit farther in the alizarin. maybe a lot farther. Maybe we'll split this, do a really dark one then. So it's more alizarin than anything else. So we got a three-way thing there. Yeah. These would be topping colors. This one has no, I'm just going to put a little bit of alizarin in it just to take the curse off the red. So it's not too orangey. Okay. So those guys can go in a lot of places. We might have to add, we're going to add just a touch of white to it, to these things next. Just a touch of white. But the first we're going to do yellows or oranges first here. So I'm going to put cad orange out a little bit. Looking for underneath here, you can see I need to be, let me see ochre. I'm going to put some ochre in it. Cad orange and ochre. Okay, cad orange and ochre is it. It is. There we go. Cad orange and ochre. And then I'm going to take this one and make it a little bit more orange than ochre. So I can get a little bit of richness in there too. So I got a dead one that's going to do pretty much the work, all the work here. And then I got one that's going to start bringing some life and light coming through these things. So that's starting to get fun. Last one, like I said, was yellow. And we're going to use orange. If I go back in here, just use some orange in it. Yellow and cad orange mix. This is pretty much too much, too light.
Which yellow is that, Jim?
I am using yellow, the light, cad light.
Thanks.
And so this is cad light, and it just has just a touch of orange in it. Basically, now it's almost a perfect medium yellow. And then here's medium yellow right here. That will just I'm just going to touch this with a touch of green. Maybe steal some green from up there. Just a hair, just to get it off yellow. And this can be that sign down in here. Maybe some white added to it. But that's all I'm going to be doing next. That's pretty much the painting right there. I think everything's going to come out of these colors now. I just need to take them up to their highest key now. I'm just going to take them up to probably right around 3s. So that's a lot of white in each one. So, and that'll do it. It's like one, the more colors you make, the more colors you won't use.
Is that alizarin crimson and green, or is that blue?
This is blue.
Oh, okay.
This is up here. This is first one here is cad red light and blue. This is alizarin the blue. Over here, these two. So yeah, see, you're gonna maybe get some nice things out of these colors. This one, I think I'm just gonna put a little bit more blue in. Kind of went a little bit too alizarin-y. They're sort of just almost too close together. doesn't really do anything for my palate. So just get them up a little bit more then. So now these two, one of these two, I might have to mix these two together too. But I was thinking this was going to end up being the road here. As you can tell, it's close. Basically, I'm off it could be on the blue side. Well, tell you the truth, I hit it on the nose on my monitor. I hit it. I did knock it. Did get it. That thing is not, the colors aren't right anyway. So, but basically, this is for the street, and I'm trying to just get it up to value right now. Right now, it's just sneaking up on. I don't want to chalk it out by adding too much white. You know, I want to keep it as rich as possible. That's pretty much it. This red might even end up need to be going here at the end now, since the white just kind of got in here a little bit. So it might be a little bit of combination again. These two. Yeah, it's going to do that.
What are the basic colors for that, Jim, please? I came a little late.
No excuses. Play like a champion. This is burnt sienna. We use burnt sienna and blue.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, this is perfect for this. These colors here are perfect for this underneath ground and stuff. Gonna keep it kind of rich. This is a little light right there. Gonna keep it a little red at the bottom of this thing, and kind of blew it off as it goes that way towards the truck. Okay, that one could go a touch more red too. So there's going to be a little adjustments as we go, because a lot of these colors could be used, like I said, could be used a lot of different places in this painting and get away with it. But there is going to be a few spots that you're going to have to, sit and figure them out a little bit. These greens are pretty much as high as they go. These guys are pretty good. I'm not going to go any higher with these guys. I'm just going to come down here to the reds then. Don't need much. I just need to take and lighten these guys up with just a hair of white, just to have one more color just in case I need something. So it's just a touch of white I'm going to put in, not much. Shift them over. I don't want them to turn pink. I just want to keep the red in there. Oh, what is that one? That one came close. My Cad Red Light. Boy, that's a good one. Had a lot of white to it, didn't move it at all. That's good. Just got to move it for I can see one step. Now the same with the yellow, the oranges, about the same thing. These oranges might come down really low too, because they might end up in some fruit or something. One good step and maybe one more. Light these guys up. Even like that, did not do anything to it. There you go. So when I do my like really high number, high key ones, these should come in pretty handy. Yellow should be about the same thing, just a touch of white added. Let's see what happens. These two are really too similar. Very similar. Oop. It's a lot. Okay, we'll use it. We'll find some place on it. There are some places. All right. I think all I need now. Oh, I think I'll be able to get this guy's skin. I think I'm just going to go with some, start off with some burnt sienna and go with some cad orange. I'm going to use the, try to use the, let me see how that works. Yeah, okay, I might take, add just a touch of cat red to it. All right, no, just one side of it. That's really close. Of course, I didn't make much, so I can only do once. Only get one brush stroke. Do it all. It's easy to make. So that was just burnt sienna, just some cad orange, and some cad red to brighten it up. He's a very mid-tone paint in here, so he's not going to have a lot of light there. And then everything else, there's just lots of everything else in here, and a lot of the metal is going to come from these cooler colors here. So maybe these warmer ones, these street colors here, might have to mix up with in-between color from metal and stuff. But 2 seconds of color. All right, so I'll go through the colors. We start off with cad red, light, and blue here. Came down and add some white to them to about a 7. And it's a little bit farther than red. 7. I was thinking about adding a little more red to it. There you go. And then we came down and added, well, and then mixed the two together and got this purple here, a real in-between color. Then I added white to about 3s. So this second row is pretty much 7s. Bottom row is supposed to be a little more towards 3s and 4s. And ends up being mid-tone. Some areas like these ones, these are straight. They're a little bit darker. Then I went with alizarin and blues here on the red side, blue side, coming down. Over here we did blue and burnt sienna. And kept, this is on the blue side. Really nice dark brown. And then this is on the burnt sienna side, a little bit more red showing through. And you bring them down and you get some nice mixes. Down up here, we got the blue and ochre right here. These are just blue and ochre coming down with some white. This on the ochre side coming down. Over here, I just took a little bit more ochre by itself and white, and then just a little bit more white to it because I knew where that's going to go on the table area. A couple spots I'm going to need it. And then we start working on the umbrella colors. which are the big strong ones in here. So we need some really strong colors. So we start off with the alizarin and cad yellow, cad red on these ones, cad red light. This is on the alizarin side, that's on the cad red side, and this is like a mid-tone in between. These might be just a little rich, but I'm gonna put in some tone colors in there first before I put these colors in. So I'm hoping these guys are gonna settle in. Cad orange and what did I use? Cad orange and I think I used some burnt sienna together on these two. This one's a little bit more thing. That has just a little burnt sienna. And one of them white added in. Over here we went with yellow, cad yellow light, and I took a little bit of this orange, brought it over here, and put it in, and brought it down. Over here I did the same thing. No, this one I used. This is cad medium, cad yellow medium. That's cad yellow light with orange in it. So you can see that they're about the same colors. This one goes a little bit on the redder side than this one. This one goes to the yellow side when you add white to it. This one we went with cad yellow light, and I added just a little green to it from up here, just a hair green, just to get it off the yellow side, and then added white to it. The guy's skin, I tried burnt sienna, and this is where I used burnt sienna and cad orange. And then some cad red added to it, split it and add some cad red to it. And then just added just a touch of white. So this was ochre and cad orange. Those two. That's what that was. All right. That was the easy part of the class. I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully you guys will have these finished. And I'll put them up on the class site and we'll be set to go.
Jim, can I ask a question about the green up there? There, yeah. What is that?
That is blue and ochre.
Oh, okay.
This is blue and ochre, and this is more ochre. Basically, I made this color and then I put down ochre and just took a scrape of that, put it in there.
Okay.
Just to keep the ochre going. I'm going to tone my canvas with burnt sienna too. Since I haven't done that in so long. We'll get everything set up here. Okay. Gonna bring this in as close as I can. Doesn't get in too much closer than that. I can't get my feet in. Yeah, as far as I can get. Anyway, we will see if these things come in handy. I'll point them out when I grab them. So, tone the canvas and kind of draw it in a little bit. Even when I'm drawing it in, I'm just going to think about perspective and stuff like that. I'm not going to. I set on the ground here and stuff, so I keep it a little darker on the ground. That'll be nice, probably, because I won't have to mix. A few things I'm kind of thinking about too, even when I'm doing this, is the tone for this background. If I can get the value and with this, that's one less thing I have to, you know, be done with tonight. I mean, it's one of those things that I think can, go a long ways. A little bit of heavy paint in here, loosen up a little bit. Okay. So the value's not too bad up there. Okay. So I'm gonna go from here, and I'm gonna go up to here. You guys. Okay. Sides here. Like I said, on a lot of these buildings and stuff, you don't have to be don't have to be perfect now. Just trying to get this shape here. I'm going for the big shape, the overall shape. These are square umbrellas too. So just to know that they're not, I mean, square, but I mean, they're not round. Sure. That spot in here. How many baskets there are is how many baskets I can get into this. Need to get into this area here. There are some round ones here. I did not mix up a Kelly green for these baskets or bright yellow, so it's okay. I need to. Okay, now I'm starting to get where this guy is. I'm gonna start off with the box basically because I can if I can get that, I can pretty much get everything else. A little big. Okay. So rectangle. You probably have these a little low. It looks like its head right there. Look at that. One of the things I'll be looking at when I'm doing this too is even when I do melons and stuff, when they get out here to the edge of the painting and stuff, I'm not going to give them as much information as I'll do over here, because I don't want these guys to be too, do my best painting on the edge of a edge over here. I'd rather keep it in the middle of the painting, so these guys won't get too much. Yeah, I'm going for a little off here, a little too thick. I think maybe I went a little thick here. Yeah, okay. Everything gets a little smaller.
Jim, what are you planning on doing for those colored buckets sitting in the middle? Are we ignoring those?
I am not going to give them much information. They are just going to be spot colors. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about I'm not going to worry about them being round or cylinders or anything like that. I think that's giving them way too much information. They just, they're not gorgeous looking. So
No.
it's not. So
No, I was wondering if you were even putting them in at all, because it doesn't look like you got a lot of space for them.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If I'm going to lose anything, that would be those guys, right?
Right, okay.
Okay, those guys are just like waste of flesh, waste of time. Pretty primary colors too. It's just like, here we're trying to do, sophisticated colors and things like that. And then you got these little primary colors there that just look like, look kind of crappy. I'm just touching up a lot of the stuff, especially when you start getting into uh, the building and stuff, you might be able to get away with just uh, simple tones. Even with burnt sienna here. I need to probably get in front of this, make sure it's straight. It look like I got a couple things going downhill here. All right. Anyway, hopefully I can straighten those out with my two new tools. But a lot of this stuff like this, these baskets in here, you're gonna just try to indicate them. One guy working. Check these guys out a little bit, drawing wise. Well, let's just start off with the darks and see where we go, right? See what we can get done. And it just widens out here a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to start off with blue and cad red. This is on the blue side. I want to start off on the inside of this truck. Just to lock down the spot. Get going into these areas here. Just let it bleed over the corners of some of these little baskets there. See where else it gets. You need this dark a few places here. I can I was thinking about here trying to get baskets and stuff like this. I mean, even coolers, stuff, things like that. Get them in here. You can do them with this color. You'd be fine. That's red. This is what I was going to think for the shadow too. So I'm just going to rough it in, the shadow coming in. Even though I got behind him, a good spot probably too. This is the red side of it. I was seeing that on the other side of this side of this truck. So there's a few of these shadows in. Definitely, I think maybe even just if I added just a touch more cad red to this color, really kind of put it on the warmth side. I think I can get it underneath this table here. What I'm looking at is the warmth in here. A lot of reflective colors coming down, red coming down from the umbrella top. Yes, it touched too much. Okay. Another thing about always when I start these paintings and stuff, just keeping them loose. Don't worry about tightening them up. Don't be too tight anywhere yet. It's going to get tighter. Let's just keep it simple, keep it clean, be efficient. Really just I'm gonna put a little bit into these cantaloupe areas here on the edge here too. This is again cad red and blue, just slightly on the cad red side, just for these shadows. Let's get some of that warmth in these guys right away. That was just a little bit. It needs to be on the red side. Switched over. Looking at this color, boy, I think on the blue side it might be really good for these baskets here. These holding, you know, this side. Yeah. Just for the shadow colors, and I can probably get everything else. Yeah, just keep using it. Keep going. Just see how far you can go with these two colors. I'm seeing some of these other baskets back in here too. They have that same kind of red in them. They're a little bit brighter, but you know, the shadow side of them is really close to this, which would be fine. You know, it saves you one step. And these guys can always be adjusted too. All right. Well, I'm done. let's paint. I'm gonna paint a block for him too. Try to get that in. I'm gonna drop down to just add a little white to this color. This again is basically it's cad red and blue. So add just a touch of white to it. I'm looking at thinking about his shadows, and this being the shadow color. And there might go a little bit bluer, but that's going to come on the next wave of colors. All right, alizarin and blue. Like I said, this is like one of the my very darkest colors. And so you're going to look for probably some of the darker areas stuff here, probably where his feet come down or something like that. These other things back here behind him. I think I got him a little small. Should be over here. Not by much. I'm not going to put in his beard or anything like that. I just put a little bit in this darker area down in here, trying to get a little bit darker there on the van thing. All right, I'm sure you guys have probably already painted the red, got onto those guys already, so let's move on those. Just trying to get everything out of my brush right now before I jump into some other big colors like that. Okay, I'm gonna go with a darker one. I'm gonna wait before I just jump out of that stuff. I'm gonna put alizarin, work some alizarin into the shadow area here. That'll help this area pop, and maybe this back edge here too of this thing. Move that up. Yeah. I'm gonna put it right on the corner here too. Just to cheat it over this side, get this corner here really dark.
Tim, what color is that?
That's alizarin and blue
Oh,
on the
yep.
blue red alizarin side.
Okay.
I just want to get that dark in there. And then when I put the red over it, it should work out. It'll probably come in handy a few other spots in here too. All right. I'm gonna rinse, just get some of that red out. I'm gonna start off with the medium, or well, let's start off with really dark. This is the alizarin in cad red. on the alizarin side, way on the alizarin side. And I just want to bring that in here. Then I'll warm it up.
That was the one that had the most alizarin in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just want to make sure I get this corner of it with that. I'll look at, before I go change out colors and stuff, I'll get these other spots. Just that a little bit of purple blue in here, just kind of knocked out that color, knocked it out, pushes it right back in really nicely. I'm going to start with this color, just thinking about this red in here. Just keeping it on the alizarin side. So in the maybe I'll use the midtone. Where's the midtone? No, I'm going to use the midtone right in the outsides of the color. Trying to paint this shape. So I'm going to use the alizarin and strong alizarin part, and I kind of put it in here kind of softly in here. Back in here, down in there has a little bit of blue in it, so from the alizarin and blue I was using over on here, so I'm going to keep that coming back in to get this back corner, give it shape. And then then I can warm these things up. Warm them up, but you need to have this dark in there, and then you can just warm them up just little by little. Gotta keep it dark too. Other umbrella. This is the tough area right here. It's fun though. It's a nice, if you put it in nice and clean. All right. These guys don't get in. This area here doesn't get any stronger. They don't get any of this purple blue in here, which will bring this area forward, where this one's just going to stay mostly red. And then it's underside, got a little bit of cleaning up to do there. Got a little bit too dark right in here. Get that red back in here. Okay, I'm gonna go with this just some more mid-tone mix of the alizarin and cad red here. for the base body of this one. A little heavy. I'm gonna come back with it on the top edge. The highlight. And then here, I'm just gonna have to work in CAD red back into these things. CAD red, almost pure CAD red, probably. Maybe even orange. And these top edges, these light edges. Okay. And these reds back in here, they're gonna be pretty much not gonna be much left to do here. These reds have just, or CAD red light with just a little bit of white in them. And that's gonna do, you know, the highlights on this back one. Then we just have to do the oranges. This is the CAD orange, gonna be putting that in next. This is orange and just a touch of ochre in it. little bit of red coming through here from my brush yet. That red's really coming through. Anyway. Better. I'll have to come in and probably, really get these guys at the end. I have to move that orange too. This one didn't come. We need to come to that point. Okay, since I'm doing that oranges, I'm going to look for a few other places I can put it so it seems like I'm moving around, getting something done here. Or else it's going to sit here for a while. So I saw it on the sides of these guys, the crates here. I'm going to go back and touch a couple of the reds up too since I have them. You see that they only go in little spots in these back crates here. Yeah, before I go with yellow, get yellow out and do all that, I'm gonna do a lot of these Mother Midtones, like start to work on these on this ground here real quick. See how this goes in, what it does. Okay. This is blue and burnt sienna. And that's going to be the ground here, pretty much. A little bluer as you go back, and a little bit redder as we come forward. That needs to go a lot lighter. What this does. A little cool. Needs to be on the red side. So it needs to be on the burnt sienna side for this area down in here. Okay, next week. Next week we do a barn, right? We're gonna do a barn. Something tough. See, I'm just carving. I'm gonna carve out the shapes, big shapes. Get the basic shape, and then carve in a little bit. And this probably might have to be lightened up a little bit more even. That's okay. It's a good start.
Was that the warm side of that color or the cool side?
That's the warm side. That's the burnt sienna side. This is the cool side right here. With it just, and you can just see it just very grayed out. And that's what I was thinking I was going to put up farther back in the painting. I got to move this thing. I can't see that corner. That's what I was thinking was going to go as I go back in here in distance, be on the cooler side. On the other side of that banner, yellow banner in the street here would be just a little bit cooler version of this. Doesn't mean I'm not going to put a few of the spots in here, but you're not going to be as strong back there. It will be better. And then the door, I'm going to do the door. This is a blue and cad red and blue with a lot of white in it. I'm just going to do the outsides of this. This is the door right here, and then a little bit over here too. I was thinking about this for this guy too, because I was thinking, oh, about the same color. We'll see. Maybe on the that could go lighter too, but Come in with some. It's like a lot warmer than I was thinking, color wise. I was thinking this blue and cad red light on the blue side was going to be perfect for the shadow right in here. Find out it's more on. You can see that's just too cool. It's more on the red side. Okay. Well, that's pretty far with the one brush. Not bad. The lights start to show through here a little bit. I got a little bit of color on my brush from down here. And I added, and I'm adding just a little bit of orange into it. And I'm catching these orange shadows on these on this building here. Tell you every time I touch red though, it really makes a difference. So you never put it in till the end. But I just wanted to get somewhere quickly on this one because it's one of these paintings that if you don't do and stay after as you go, you're going to get burned out really quick and you're going to go, it's not coming, I'll give up on it. And it's really easy to do that on these kind of more complicated type paintings that have a lot of crap in it. So that's why I was trying to do that, get that done. It's like I'm trying to get to some nice finishing strokes for you too, before I can keep you guys inspired. So I'm using a little bit of underneath here and stuff. You're gonna find a lot more orange in little areas, like right in here. At least orange mixed in with the colors, yellow. Yeah, I got him way too far over. That's what happens. I'm drawing like from over here. So basically, I'm adding orange to some of this ground I laid out down here, just adding some of the orange to it. Get to hit these crates before I, go and put any big lines and stuff on them. This area just keeps going warmer and warmer. Okay. Trying to see how far I can go with this. Or sooner or later, I got to give up this big brush and go to little stuff. Before I do that, I want to at least get these oranges and stuff figured out. I'm going to put in the yellow real quick. That'll help. Really light yellow. Definitely want to touch oil and grab the paint on these parts. Will go in very cleanly. Might as well put in the produce sign. A little too light, a little more yellow in it. Okay, now I got that yellow. I probably can go. There's a basket over here. I can get yellow. A basket yellow. Just a rim. Oh yeah. See, it's coming along pretty quickly. Just need a little bit smaller brush to where I can do anything else. Pretty much gone as far as I could with a big brush. Really just helps to, put things in. This is green. This is that green, well, it's blue and ochre. I was using here for this window back in here. Definitely going to find a few other spots. Probably in the shutter here, I could probably get it in. This has just a little bit of white in it too. I think I am going to have to move him over. I got him way too close here. When I start to lay in everything else, there's no room for it. So I'm going to have to slide him over. I think the head's in the right spot. I'm just going to mark it. His head's in the right spot. Shoulder coming down is right. I think this angle here is off. Definitely too cool. That's close. That's burnt sienna and blue on the burnt sienna side coming in. Just a little bit of white. Almost what you got in the straight. Probably on the bluer side, maybe. Further back. One of the things I like to do too when I'm doing this kind of stuff too is, just pay attention to what's going on, how one color is reacting to the next one. Because it can get away from you pretty quick. But there is going to be a lot more red, I think, in him than I had planned. See right there, just putting a little. This is putting some of that skin color I made up for him here. Like this was his hand. This is supposed to be where his hand is, right there. But it also was on top of the shirt. Mixes in right there. His shoulder, a lot of red in this. I'm going to try and put at least his hand in. So I'm going to just take a little bit of oil before I grab my color and my brush. And see if I can get it. Not bad. Just going to get his forearm, basically one stroke for his forearm. Then one, a little bit thicker for his thumb. Part of his hand is the top of his hand. Everything else, that's all you got to get is a couple of that and then get a finger. That's why I wanted to get these darks in there. Line up his face a little bit. Oh, not that much. Pretty dark. Yeah, that's too cool still. I guess I'm gonna have to come up. It's just falling off, falling down. So this whole light has to have a ton of light put in it. We'll see which one it is. I'm gonna put on his hair. There. Just a little bit too big a brush for it. Yeah, too big a brush. So I'm not gonna worry too much about his profile and stuff yet. I'm gonna start digging into some of these other areas. I want to get a couple of these darks back in. Okay, I'm gonna try and get a few. These melons done. Get them out of the way. Okay. Okay. All right, everything's kind of just getting there now. It's just little, you know, I think I see how cool that is. It looks a lot warmer over here. Put a little caddy orange in this color and some white. Need to brighten up this ground. Probably don't need to go only about halfway with it. So this is just cad orange added into these colors. And I can use it to just clean up a few of these spots here around the thing here. Got it. I'm gonna do it and go, man, I could go one more step. So I'm gonna go with straight cad orange and white to go lighten this area up at the end. All right. Let's see how these guys work. If they work at all. I think this is about right size for some of these tables. I put it in here, just lay it in flat, scrape down. Anything? Not much. Too hard of plastic. Okay, rubber. That'll do the trick. I'm just gonna do these. And they just have to be like that. say? I don't know. Don't know. Doesn't even make a mark. So these guys don't work. It's gotta be a softer rubber plastic. Lucky I have one with me. Well, sort of worked. The big one, the squeegee works out really well. So the other ones, well, don't waste a buck. A lot of the stuff like back in here. Oh, something like that. Definitely some work to do on that guy. But this is just that ochre and white. More yellow. Just touch a cad yellow in it. Probably should be able to get the tops of these boxes pretty good. Simple. This the highlights. Probably more in the yellow yet. So at least I got these things marked out pretty nicely. Now I just got to really just fill them with some paint. That could be good there. Put in some yellow and white here. So as I go, it's just going to get, we'll start to tighten it up, tighten it up. I tried to get in a couple decent strokes here. How are you guys doing?
Crappy.
We having so much fun.
Having about as much fun as I normally do on these.
Hey, that's good. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, so thanks.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. I just wanted to prove it to you.
Yeah, that it's
These
called.
can be very crappy. Yes.
Do that already.
Well,
Yeah,
we're working on, we'll keep working on it.
got it. We'll get it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this is just,
Wrapping.
trying not to, catch the big stuff, kind of let the little teeny stuff go. Try to just hit, trying to hit just like the small details. Sometimes that will, make it look really great. Just sneak up on it little by little. All you got to do. So you guys want to do just a landscape next week? Cows. We said barn. Something like that would be nice. Kim picked out her only one this of the six, so she's done. We don't have to worry about Kim anymore.
This is going to be one of your biggest sellers. I know it. Just know it.
Oh yeah, just because you came up with it, right?
No, just because you're going to do such an excellent job. I can see it already.
Yeah, it's one of those things. This is like,
Huh.
they take forever. So, but I mean, that's the way a lot of all the paintings are. They do. I mean, I just got to do it. Okay, that's about. Let me check time. We got another 10 minutes. 5-10 minutes. Everybody left already. There's only a few of us left. Most people don't want to show. Bunch of chickens. So I'm just gonna soften this edge. Needle out all that type. Oh, that'd be so much fun. If I do it, everybody has to do it. Like I said, I'm only using like a few colors on each thing. I'm not going to be using like, tons and tons, going overboard. And it's not a realistic painting. It's more, like we said, an impressionistic painting. So I'm not going to be trying going there. It looks so. So this highlight color I'm finding, at least on mine, this highlight color for this metal and stuff is cad red light with blue and white, a lot of white, like my high key color here is really a lot of all this stuff in here.
Sorry, what did you say it is? Cad red light and what?
It's my cad red light and blue, a mix with a ton of white in it. That's what these highlight colors are in here. I could go just a touch lighter though. Go lighter. I can always still brighten them up a little bit more. But boy, I thought they were very bright. I look at them again. I go, oh, I can go one more step. But I, saying, trying to get it in, 2 steps instead of doing 3 here. So some of those highlights just get a little bit stronger. The rest of the time I probably should spend on him, but I just don't. I'm kind of tired. I don't want to work on him right now. Maybe I should just work on the type.
Could you do a melon? Could you do those melons in the front?
Oh, yeah. I did mention I do that. I'm just going to switch to a smaller brush though to do those. I like the big brush, but I think not a little one, probably number 4. I was thinking for a bristle brush. It's too big. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. I want to work on these guys here. Can be work with the ochre and green, just to get the shade sections of these guys a little bit. I already have some orange in here. That's what I'm looking at. Let me see. How this comes off cool or what? Everything else seems like it's going cool on me. I'm just really gonna hit the. That's a little bright. I'm gonna put a little orange in it. Yeah, that's much better. I'm only going to paint the highlights. I'm not going to paint now anything else. I'm just going to paint the top where the light is hitting these guys. I'm going to try and do it with just a simple stroke as possible. These guys, same thing, maybe just a hair darker. All right, I think that's it. That's all we can do right now. Let's see what you guys did. And we'll go from there. Lots to do. I'll bring you in real quick. Said you can start to see this stuff. That's why I was saying how cool these guys, how warm these guys really were, even when I felt like everything was so cool. Just ended up being probably because of these guys up here being so strong. Yeah. So yeah, like that just is touched into place. That's pretty good. Indications are there. Now it's just, pulling out the right details. Long one. That was tough. Okay. Kim's here. Who's left?
All right.
Sharon's still going. Good, Sharon and Lisa. And let's see, who else? All right. Kim's gonna turn on her mic and we'll be good.
Okay.
No, she's good. She's ready to go.
Yeah, I apologize. The boiler is making a noise next to me.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, it's
I thought it was your stomach.
no. Okay. There's where we're at.
Oh, yes. That's a really fabulous start. Good job on that. Yeah. Got to watch. I think one of those guys looks like you're falling downhill a little bit. Of one of the tables on the far left side. Well,
Here?
yeah. It looks like that one table might be curving down too far.
Yeah.
That's about it. Good job on the umbrellas and stuff. Really good and clean. The guy looks good too. I mean, even where you have him placed in there, really nice and soft and stuff. You don't, he's not asking for a lot of attention, which is good because there's so much other stuff. So when everything's screaming for attention, that's when it gets crazy busy and it's not quite as much fun. Yeah, I think you're probably going to your lights and stuff behind him and stuff probably could go a little bit, have to go brighter.
Yeah.
But I think that's you're in the right vein. I think it's just adding a little more light to those colors, and you'll be good. And then I want to see you noodle out every piece of type on that yellow thing. I want you to do it.
Yeah, okay, we'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay. Otherwise, Kim, that's really really nice. I mean, that's a good, for an hour and a half of painting, that's pretty damn good, Kim.
It's all right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Sharon's up. Let's see what Sharon's doing. Sharon, it must be getting kind of late by you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. We just got off that the fall time going back too. So it's all like, oh, it starts to hit you really quick. Sharon, that looks really well drawn out. Yeah. You got
Yeah, my colors aren't picking up well.
Okay.
My lighting is terrible in here.
Okay. That's okay.
Okay.
So, what do you think about well, tell me about those reds and oranges and stuff. Are they really you got some colors in those guys? A little bit?
Yeah, I tried to get a lot of different reds in there, and
yeah.
I don't know.
That's all right. That's all right. I was just wondering, if it was
just want to work on it some more.
Okay. Good job on the baskets, though. I like his hand in the baskets. So those baskets read pretty well.
Okay.
Good job.
Thanks.
Good job. Okay. Let's go. Is she here? Hey, turn on. Oh, God dang it. There you go.
Talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Sorry. I just kind of get a little goofy here for a second. Okay.
Well,
what do you got going?
my color looks horrible, but it needs a lot of work.
Ooh. Nice idea. You went vertical on it. Good. You cut out a lot of crap. You didn't. Smart move. Good to see that happen. Okay. colors aren't bad. I mean, yeah. You know, I can see those colors aren't too bad at all. In fact, yeah. Oh, the yellows are working. They separate out pretty good. You got some of the oranges up in the top nicely. You're starting to get the awning nice. You know, I haven't even dealt with the ruffle on the outside edge and stuff. I'll figure I'll do that when I feel like it. The guy's coming along pretty well too. You know, you can sometimes all it needs is get that one arm to read and part of a cheek or something like that to read, and that's about all you have to do if you want to keep it going in this direction. It's pretty nice. Otherwise, you might be able to push. No, you did a good job on the light behind them and stuff too. You're starting to brighten it up nicely too. I don't know. It's from here. I don't want to tell you to do anything without exactly knowing what's going on. I like, I think when you get more details going on in it. I mean, more baskets and stuff like that kind of stuff. You fill those tables up. I think you're fine. I think you're going in the right direction. That's all I'm saying, I guess. I'd say watch the coolness of that shadow purple on the street. That might be a little bit too cool. But I think you just by knocking it down with a couple of warms around it and stuff probably work out fine too. Okay. She's asleep. You asleep on us? She fell asleep. Okay.
Who's sleeping? Lynette?
Lynette went to bed a long time ago. Okay, Lisa.
Get a vertical too.
Kathleen. Oh, sorry. Oh, you did a vertical too?
Looks
Did
nice.
you guys talk to each other or something?
Nope. I just wanted to, at first I was going to just eliminate the whole back of that van. But then so now I'm going to have to put it back in.
I don't know if you don't have to do much there. You just leave it dark and just put a couple, see what's inside it. There's a couple boxes and stuff in there that you could just kind of indicate.
Okay.
You don't have to do much back there. You don't want too much information there anyway. Really great. Wow. Fabulous so far.
I drew it. I had to draw it ahead of time. There's no way I could keep up with you if I didn't sketch it in a little.
Well, I knew that, but but still your colors and your things and getting this far and this fast is fabulous. This is an intense, there's a lot of crap going on in this one.
Yes, there is.
And you did a great job of laying it out, and the colors look like you're putting in the colors in the really good spots. The colors are working really nice.
Great.
And you're gonna noodle out. I'm sure you noodled out all that type, right?
No. Okay. That's all I'm doing. It's just
You're not gonna put that type on the yellow banner. You got to put all that type in there.
I'll put some suggestion of type.
That's looking really great, though. Congrats.
I'll put thanks a lot, Kim, on the banner.
Yeah.
No, say thanks, Jim. You picked it.
All right. Nice job. Who's left? That's it. Yeah, that's it. We're all the hardcore people to stay. All right. So next week we'll do something a little bit easier. They will not probably get this intense the rest of the way. We'll
Enjoy
try
it. I think
What?
it's fun. It's got a lot of detail. I love detail.
Okay. All right. I don't want to.
Don't
Didn't
feel bad.
want-
I like it.
All right. I just, it was tough to find something I figured we could all do pretty, get a long ways in one setting. But I got some other stuff too. I got some stuff from,
You said this session would be harder.
yeah, that's true. I did say that. So,
Yep.
Okay. So forget about barns. We're gonna do some city scenes. Okay. I'll figure out something really good for next week though. Something to talk about, not something fun. All right.
Well, you won't be seeing any Facebook postings tomorrow from any of us, I don't
No, I
think.
don't think so.
You're a bunch of chickens. Okay.
Hey,
Good
go-
night, everyone. Good night.
Night,
Good night.
everybody.
I
We'll see ya.
Good night.
happy election day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your hair out.